Coming up on the Midwest Tour, we're going to find out who was on top of the box at Podium 1.
It's Mid-East Qualifier and everybody's pumped up to ride right now.
All these kids out here, they're ready to go, excited to get racing.
We'll see whose dreams come true today.
Hey there, I'm Brittany Newman.
And I'm Tom Bradley. Welcome back to the Midwest Tour.
And Tom, this weekend we were at Podium 1 in Charlestown, Indiana for the Mid-East Loretta Lynn Qualifier, but it almost didn't happen at that location.
Yeah, Brittany, for those of you that weren't there, it was supposed to take place at CLCR Country Lakes Christian Retreat, but due to some last-minute issues, we ended up having to change the venue to Podium 1. They had like a week and a half to get everything changed, get the track ready, get the crew ready. We talked to Jimmy Povolny, who was helping to promote the event and walk around with the clipboard stuff, make sure everything was going smoothly, and he said the crew at Podium 1 really did an excellent job. They made themselves available, they helped out with whatever was needed, and the track was awesome for the weekend, and I mean everything really went off without a hitch.
Yeah, it's hard enough to hold a qualifier regional event when it's on schedule, so to have a week and a half to do it is very impressive. And we actually got to talk to Jimmy Povolny and Jessica Litherland to see what they had to say about the race.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Povolny with Horsepower Motosports. We're here at Podium 1 for the Mid-East Area Qualifier.
And I'm Jessica Litherland, and we're here to talk about the racing on the weekend. And what all did you see, Jimmy?
Well, we had some great weather today. We had a nice steady rain all last night. Did all the watering for us. We didn't have to get out there with the water hoses and water trucks, so we just had to get up this morning and get the track tilled up. Made for some great conditions. It was kind of overcast and cool today, which was great for riding. Not the greatest for spectators, but the track was great. This is a whole new design this year. They started it last fall, and we've been tweaking it the last couple of weeks to get ready for this race. Hauled in a lot more new dirt, sawdust, totally new track design.
Yeah, the track's almost kind of slowed down a little bit, so it's a lot safer to ride, especially for the mini bikes, and the jumps are safer and makes for good racing.
We had a really good day as far as that with crashes and everything. We really didn't have any. The medic guy stayed in the truck all day where it was warm, so that's good. We don't like when them guys get out of the truck. So.
Yep, there were a few pileups, but everyone got back on and went going. So.
Yep.
All right, now since this is an area qualifier, Brittany, let's show the folks at home a breakdown of how you qualified to get from the area qualifiers to the Amateur Nationals at Loretta Lynn's in August.
Yeah, Tom, throughout the United States, there's different regions like the Mid-East, the North Central, and throughout those regions, you have numerous qualifiers you can go to, and at these qualifiers, you have to be the top 8 at your race. From there, you move on to the regional qualifier, and depending on which area you're in, you're going to have to finish usually in the top 6 or top 7. Then you'll move on to Loretta Lynn's, and from there, the top 42 in the nation, and then you have a national champion at the end of all that.
Well, there's a look at the breakdown on how you get to the Amateur Nationals at Loretta Lynn's. Before we jump into the race highlights, so we got to talk about the track conditions. The Podium 1 track crew really did an excellent job. They didn't have to really water all weekend because Friday night they had about a quarter inch of rain, which really worked out perfect because I mean the soil was just awesome on Saturday all day long. They didn't really do any track prep, and Sunday again they did an excellent job in the morning to make sure it stayed good all day long.
Yeah, when I raced on Saturday, the track got rough and rutted, and it was quite a bit of fun to ride on.
You can see there's a lot of guys coming in the corners, braking ups were getting pretty big. There's lots of line selection out there, plenty of ruts in the corners and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's plenty of places to pass. I don't know, looked like they just did a really excellent job.
And let's jump into those highlights and check it out. We had the 224 of Abby Davington jumping up to the start, and that girl was on fire all weekend long.
And look who's right there in second and third. That's the 71 of Brittany Newman and the 91 who we're on board with here, Jessica Litherland.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of cut Jessica off there, pull into second, so have Abby just railing out in front.
You guys getting really aggressive right off the start there. Here we got a 3-way battle for 7th. You got Jessica Litherland there in the middle. She's in the sandwich there.
And showing Abby just out in front, total domination, and she doesn't ride like a girl, which is a compliment as a girl rider. You want to ride more of a guy style.
Abby rode really strong on Saturday. She got both hole shots and just kind of took off, and there again, another moto win for her. Here we're taking a look at the guys on the line for the Open Pro Sport Moto number 2. Here's a look at 180, that is Eric Goodson, and also the 918 of Michael Akaiden.
Yeah, and he's been racing the Supercrosses, finishing that up, and came here this weekend, not trying to qualify, just doing some practicing with all these competitive racers.
There's a great shot of the start here. Most of the hole shots coming from the inside. You can see Goodson there grabbing the start with the 505 of Bogan Cochran right behind him.
Yeah, Brogan was riding really well from the start. Actually, I think had a few problems in this moto and fell back, but on board with Bubba Pauly, and Bubba's one of our Midwest Tour riders.
Yeah, Bubba got a great start there in third spot. Here we're looking at a battle for the lead. Now we got the 641 of Jake Baumert moving up, and as you can see here, he got around Goodson and just started to check out.
Yeah, he was so impressive all weekend long. On Saturday, I think he won almost all of his motos too.
Here we're looking at the last corner. You can see Michael Akiden, number 918, going around the outside of Goodson here, and he's going to get the second spot right before the checkered flag.
Leaving it pinned and making it happen.
This is my first outdoor race in a long time. I've been doing Supercross, but it's a long race, a lot more rough, and I like them a lot better because I feel like I have a little more endurance than most guys.
It's really all about the start. If you can get out front, you can check out, but I don't know, when you're kind of in the middle of the pack trying to work your way up, it's pretty tough. But know that they're doing a great job on the track, and I felt pretty good. Motos are pretty decent. They're giving us some good laps, so I felt good. I just want to thank my whole family and Carmichael's and everyone at Rockstar Suzuki. And yeah.
I felt good. It's pretty long motos and my fitness is pretty good, so that helped out a lot.
That's great. And who would you like to thank?
SNS Power Sports, cheapcycleparts.com, Ride Assurance, my mom and dad, Turn 1 MX, Crosley Radio, and that's it.
Here we have the Vet BC Plus 30, probably one of the more popular classes around the races.
Yeah, they had a pretty good sized class, 12 or 13 riders out there grabbing the whole shot. Looked like the 118 of David Weiss running really strong all day.
You also have the number 5 of Craig Fruit there and number 19 Jerry Ray, and those two are going to get in a pretty good battle here in a moment.
As they drop down the hill there, here you got a good look at number 5, Craig Fruit coming around. Ray still trying to make up a little bit of time on him, but as they head back into the outer section of the track.
You can see the number 19 Jerry Ray pulling up on Fruit just a little bit. He's going to try to squeeze to the inside there, not making it happen quite yet.
You can see Fruit just grabbing a handful right out of that corner, just opened up a couple of bike lengths, but as they come into this roller section here, Fruit went to the outside and left that door wide open for Ray to make a nice pass as they come through this fast, sweeping roller section. Here's a look as they come back up on top of the hill. It's the 118. This is the last lap here. David Weiss got plenty of lead over the second and third place guys, can just coast on to the win.
And wrapping up the highlights from today, Tom, we still have one more show coming your way and also a few more segments to tell you about.
Yeah, we're really excited. We've got a couple of new sponsors on board with the Midwest Tour, and the first one is Motocross Athlete Training.
It's really cool. Justin Priest, he's a personal trainer, also a nutritionist. We're going to be doing a little bit of a cooking show with it to kind of really help out some riders, opening up what they should be doing differently in their diet. And then we also have Top Secret Designs on with us with the Top Secret Tip.
Yeah, the top secret tip is a new segment, and it could be anything from how to get through a rough section, how to go through a corner faster, even something that you do in the pits. Maybe it's a mechanics tip or even something as simple as putting graphics on.
Which can be very frustrating.
Oh, I know that from firsthand experience.
Check back on the next show for more information.